Hey there. Let's meditate together. Today is about focus. We live in a world that is so distracting, so full of information, and we can find it more and more difficult to regain our focus. And this meditation is not about improving anything. It's more about observing what are the current patterns, the current ways that your mind goes and focuses on some things more than others. Yeah, we're just going to explore that today. So let's just start by finding a comfortable place. You can sit up like I do. You can be sitting on a chair, on your bed, on a mat, on the floor, whatever is most comfortable. I'm sitting on a pillow on my bed right now. And you can close your eyes. Allow your shoulders to drop. And start observing your breath coming in and out naturally without trying to control your breath. Just let the rhythm flow, evolve as it wants to. Maybe you can feel the breath in your nostrils, how the air comes and goes. Maybe you can feel it more in your belly that expands when you're breathing in and falls down when you're breathing out. Now you're going to feel the points of contact between your body and wherever you're sitting. So maybe it's your bottom on the chair or on the pillow. Your feet on the floor or on the bed. Your hands touching each other or touching your lap. And how can you let those points of contact be places where you can actually surrender the weight of your body instead of holding it together? What if those places can actually become places where you feel supported and held? Places where you're allowed to fully let your weight without having to hold on to anything, without having to control, without creating any tension. So it's not about really doing something, it's more like stopping what you've been doing, which is this movement of contraction that is so habitual that it's unconscious. So now we make it conscious by looking at those places where we're in contact with a support and still we're holding on tight. So that's a little bit not logical to not use the support you're being given. And once you've started surrendering your weight to the floor, to the ground, then you can start feeling your whole body, scanning from head to toes. Observing the sensations. Places where it feels nice, places where it feels uncomfortable. It can be light, it can be dense, it can be soft, it can be hard. What are the textures that you meet in your body right now? And observe how your mind reacts to those textures by labeling them, sometimes reacting through emotions like fear, sadness, how your mind interprets what is going on with your body, and see if you can very softly let it shift from those thoughts to simple curiosity. Oh, what's happening in terms of sensations now? Okay, so if this place is painful, can I stay a bit longer and observe what shape is this pain? How does it evolve? Put my focus on what's actually happening in my sensations. And then moving from one place to another and doing the same process every time. Every time the mind wants to take control, wants to give an answer, wants to say what's true and what's not. Just coming back to the simplicity, the humility of sensation. And because we live in such a fast-paced world, with a lot of pressure to perform, probably your mind will take you out of the exercise many times, or try to. But it's okay, and it's also part of the exercise. Because you will observe how your mind wants you to focus on survival, wants you to focus on the future, the past, the things that went wrong, the things that could go wrong, the things that you haven't done right, the things that you have to do, things that you have to change. That's one of the biggest patterns that creates a lot of stress in our system. But it's so habitual that sometimes we don't even notice anymore. So taking this time to observe our sensations, our breath, and our mind, it's very helpful to be more conscious of where we are operating from. What is the voice in my head when I'm going through my day? What type of language does it use with me? What is the tone of this voice? And how do I respond? Am I just submissive to it? Do I say yes to everything it says? Do I question it? Do I rebel against it? And how does that relationship with that voice, that negative voice mainly, how does that relationship impact my energy, my focus on the things I want, on my goals, my projects, my values? How does that relationship with the voice in my head impact other aspects? How does it impact my life? Maybe ask yourself, what do I actually want to focus on? If my mind could focus on something else than my flaws, my failures, the negative things, the stress, the hustle, the performance, what could it focus on that would benefit me, my life, my dreams? Basically, how could I use my mind to follow my heart? How could I use my head to follow my heart? How could my focus be of service of my destiny? How can my mind become noble again? Noble in the sense that it has values and a way of treating people, including me, that aligns with those values. If your values include gentleness, love, care, freedom, how can you apply those values in the way that you focus your mind on certain things within you and outside of you. If you say that you want the world to become more of a safe space, how are you creating the safe space within yourself? How are you cultivating the benevolent attitude that you wanted to see in the world? And what is a small thing you could do and start today to start cultivating this value, to start being more loving towards yourself? Maybe some emotion is going to come up. As you realize that the love that you give yourself for now is not enough compared to what you need. Realizing that a change needs to happen. And it's okay. All emotions are welcome. If you have more time, you can stay here in silence and continue surrendering your weight to the ground, being present with your breath, observing what's going on in your mind, what's going on in your body, in your emotions. Being there for yourself is already an act of self-love, and I'm very proud of you. So, if you want to end this meditation now with me, you can start moving your fingers and toes, taking deeper breaths, maybe stretching a little bit, or yawning maybe, and open your eyes when you feel ready. And I invite you to, when you open your eyes, can you stay connected still to your bodily sensations, to this feeling of your weight being surrendered to the floor? And can you include the external elements like the colors and objects and textures into your internal space instead of considering them as distracting things. Maybe they can just be part of whatever you're experiencing without disconnecting you from your sensations, from your overall sensation of existing, of being into a body, being alive. Hope you enjoyed this meditation and that it will trigger some kind of journey for you around where am I focusing? What do I give attention to? Where is my mind at? In this day and age where we undergo so much change, maybe we need to change our minds about some things. And I would love for us to do it in a gentle way, like this meditation. I hope you have a beautiful day or evening or night whenever you're listening, watching, and I'll see you in the next one. By the way, I just released a new song. It's on my music channel. It's called Innocente, and I would love for you to listen to it, so I'm gonna link it down below. See you soon.